First thing I'm going to show you is the proper loading of the X91 drum. It takes 7.62 by 51 caliber ammunition, so please do that correctly. Grab a handful of ammunition, and whatever you're comfortable with, if you're left or right-handed, put your left hand on the hand wheel if you're a right-handed person, or your right hand on the wheel if you're a left-handed person. And what you'll do is you'll incrementally bring this down just a quarter of a turn, or not even that, an eighth or a 16th of a turn, and that'll be enough to drop ammunition in. Now you don't want to go much more than 1 or 2 rounds at a time, and I'll show you why that is. Now say I take it down about a quarter of a turn. You can put the ammunition in crooked. It'll fall into the cavity or into the pocket and not be inside the channel. So it's best to just do it incrementally in 2 rounds or single round loads. Grab another handful here. It's very simple to load to the first 25 rounds. Now after the 25 rounds, gravity begins to take place due to the actual snail design of the inside of the shell. So you'll have to actually put pressure on the rounds to make them operate. And you'll begin to notice this when you turn the wheel, and you'll notice that the bullets won't fall down as fast. So you push down with the tip or the bullet nose of another round, and it'll help accelerate that. You're still using your hand to turn the wheel, but you're using the bullet also to push down and load the ammo in. Now, once you've done this 5,000 times like I have, you'll become very professional, and you can show all your friends how great you are at a new talent. I always find that it's good to make sure to let off the hand wheel a few times throughout the process. Just make sure that there's consistent and adequate pressure to the front. You notice there's no play in the front here. It maybe moves 1/8 or a 16th of an inch from side to side, if that, not even that. What that does is there's a central pilot, or almost looks like a dummy round, that pushes up on this, and it's pushed centrally, and what it does is it puts all the forward pressure on the ammunition as you're loading. Okay, we only got about 6 more rounds left. Now when you get down here to about 48, 49, 50, you'll begin to see the drum become a little sluggish. Now what that's from is the amount of weight, the amount of pressure, and the fact that the shaft, that there's a telescoping shaft inside, I'll show you this in a second, that bottoms out. It's at the bottom of the load, and there you go, it's loaded up. Now I'm going to show you how to properly unload this, so that if you want to take the ammunition out, or clean it or whatnot, you can press in the back of the round like this. If there's too much pressure for you to press in the back of the round, you can use your hand, and you don't even have to turn it, you just have to put a little bit of pressure there, and you can ease it out that way. I find that just pushing it out like if you were shooting the gun is the most easiest way to do it. It does begin to get a lot more pressure towards the last 20 rounds, and there you go. Fully empty drum. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to move this ammunition out of the way, and we're going to break down the actual shell here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to push one side of this in, and you're going to pull up on the tower a little bit. That'll keep that in. And this one has a very heavy spring. Use the tip of your other bullet here. And now you can see inside the shells here. There are 5 guides inside this one. As you can see right here is the telescoping shaft that rides inside the single shaft or drive. Underneath the hand wheel, which is pinned into place, is a clock spring. A very tightly wound clock spring That is partly the reason why we put a roll pin in the front here, so it's not easily removable because it's under a tremendous amount of pressure. The hand wheel, by the way, does have a steel insert embedded into it to improve the life of the product and durability of which. As you can see, the channels, the rear of the rim rides in this side, and the front of the bullet rides over here. Now you may be asking what kind of coating this is inside this drum. This coating is called Cerakote. It's actually a baked on ceramic coating that is about 1 mil thick. It's very, very durable, and it also reduces friction by, I think, quoted about 40%. So these drums should be able to run dry without lubrication. Now, if you come to the point where, say, it's a little gummed up from oily ammo or dirt or whatnot, you can use lubrication inside there. We recommend most dry lubrications like graphite, or you can run silicone-based stuff, basic WD-40 and things of that nature, but do not, I repeat, do not use anything with a wax base like a Teflon. It just will gum up and eventually and dry out and cause problems in the future. If you need to wash this or clean this drum out, now the spring steel on the front is the only bare metal on this actual piece, so I don't highly recommend using water, but if you do, gingerly pour it on the inside of the channels here. Maybe use like a fine toothbrush or whatnot, and you can put soap in there or anything. This is very resistant material. So you wash that out, wash both sides out, get everything out, use a fine brush, turn this if you have to. Now, what you want to be careful of is when you turn the wheel, when you have nothing on the back, you want to make sure that you are holding it with both hands, because this is under a tremendous amount of force. Now, the other thing I must recommend too is when you're taking the shells apart, they always leave this part forward. Unlike the original G8 drums, we did not pin these into place, and that is for replacement purposes and such. So if you ever break a link, which are these little plastic links in between here, you can replace them yourself instead of having to send it back to the factory. I don't want to deal with it, so I'll let you take care of it. But it's a very simple fix. If you have to take the links out,